Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. A journalist says Eric Tan Haag would have even paid 250 million euros to sign Antony. Dutch journalist Rene van der Gijp has said that Manchester United manager Eric Tan Haag would have signed Antony at any cost from Ajax last summer. The Brazil international joined the Red Devils from Ajax for a hefty 100 million euros last season. He had a terrific start with goals in his first three Premier League games. However, Antony has netted just one more goal from his next 30 league outings, and Van der believes the 23-year-old is the worst purchase ever at United. He added that Ten Hag would have paid any price to reunite with his former attacker and joked that he would have even considered 250 million euros if Ajax asked for the same. He said via Football Zone, "How about having the wind with the sale of Antony for 100 million euros? That is really having the wind in your sails, though. He is seen at Manchester United as the worst purchase ever. Ten Hag didn't know anymore at one point either. I think if Ajax had asked 250 million euros for Antony, Ten Hag would have considered it too. You were in such a flow as Ajax at the time, but you have to keep in the back of your mind that one day it will also pass." The Brazilian was a revelation during his time in the Eredivisie with Ajax. He registered 24 goals and 22 assists from 82 appearances under the guidance of Ten Hag. He started off brightly after his move to Old Trafford, but has since looked ordinary from the right wing. He has just 8 goals and 3 assists from 55 matches. A lot more was expected from him after the big money transfer. In our view, Antony still has time to prove his credentials, unlike Jadon Sancho, who has fallen out with the manager. Antony is only in his second full season at the club. Ten Hag has generally backed him to start on the right flank, and the onus is on him to repay the faith of the Dutchman. He is currently a key player in the first team squad, but the scenario could change next summer if he is unable to turn around his fortunes with regular goal contributions. United will be in the Premier League action against newcomers Luton Town today. Antony has yet to score or assist this term. He will have a brilliant opportunity to do so today. Alan Brazil expect Manchester United manager Eric Tan Haag to be sacked in December if results don't change. Manchester United manager Eric Tan Haag is under increasing pressure at the club following their worst start to a season since 1974. The Red Devils have lost 9 of their opening 17 matches across all competitions in 23-24, and talkSPORT presenter Alan Brazil claims the Dutchman could be gone by December. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is expected to take over the club's football operations as from next week, and the British billionaire could make major changes. Former Chelsea manager Graham Potter has already been linked with the job, and Brazil believes Ten Hag's days at the Old Trafford club are numbered. He said on talkSPORT, "Manchester United have to beat Luton. If they don't, Ten Hag is a goner. He is a goner. He won't go. Here is my prediction. In my opinion, from what I hear, he won't go until December, but after December 1, he is in big danger." Ratcliffe could take charge of Man United on Monday, and he could reportedly show CEO Richard Arnold, football director John Morto, and director of football operations David Harrison the exit door. Ten Hag could be next if the results do not improve, and such a big club will always attract the top managers despite their struggles since Sir Alex Ferguson left in 2013. A defeat against Luton Town today will not do the former Ajax boss any favors, as the international break always presents the clubs the opportunity to make managerial changes if need be, and a 10th defeat in 18 games could prove to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Johnny Evans' injury leaves United scrambling for a January reinforcement. Manchester United have confirmed Johnny Evans will be out of action for several weeks with injury. The 35-year-old suffered a thigh strain in Wednesday's Champions League defeat at Copenhagen. The defender left the pitch after 15 minutes, with Rafael Varane replacing him. Evans will now miss the upcoming Premier League clash against Luton Town today. He will also be sidelined for Northern Ireland's Euro 2024 qualifiers against Finland and Denmark later this month. Manager Eric Tan Haag is already dealing with an injury to his first-choice centre-back, Lisandro Martinez, who is unlikely to return to action before Christmas. And now, the Dutch boss has also lost Evans for several weeks, increasing their need for a new defender in January. Harry Maguire is prone to making mistakes, though he has seen a revival in form in recent weeks. Meanwhile, Varane has been struggling to perform, and Ten Hag started to drop him on the bench. Manchester United must add another top defender in the winter transfer window. Nice star Jean-Claire Todibo would represent a great signing, but he is likely to cost a huge fee. Due to the financial fair play restrictions, they could look to bring in a centre-back on loan with the option to purchase included. The Red Devils may also offload a player to help raise the required funds for a new recruit. However, that has proved to be difficult in the past because of the enormous wages of most of their players. Man United star deserves to play more amid transfer links, says Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United defender Rafael Varane is not necessarily looking set to leave Old Trafford in the January transfer window, according to Fabrizio Romano in his exclusive daily briefing column. Varane was a target for Saudi Pro League clubs during the summer, according to Romano, but he is not aware of anything changing recently following fresh speculation over the Frenchman's future, and with the former Real Madrid man not seeing much playing time at the moment. Despite his quality and experience at the highest level, Varane has failed to start games for Man United recently, and Romano admits he feels the 30-year-old deserves the chance to play more regularly. That doesn't necessarily mean Varane is looking to leave, with Romano insisting he didn't even negotiate a potential exit amid Saudi interest in the summer. So it may still be that his preference will be to stay with his current club for a bit longer. Romano said, Rafael Varane has been linked with Saudi clubs, but my understanding is that there is nothing ongoing right now. There was interest from the Saudi Pro League during the summer, but it was not even a negotiation as he wanted to stay at Manchester United. Despite not playing as much at the moment, I'm not hearing that anything has changed. Of course, in my view, he deserves to play more, but let's see if that will change soon. For now, I'm not aware of any developments with Saudi clubs or any other possible move this January. Sir Jim Ratcliffe hopes to be running Manchester United by Monday. Sir Jim Ratcliffe plans to be in charge of the football side of Manchester United by next week and is aiming to start calling the shots by next Monday, reports journalist Alan Nixon. He claimed on his Patreon page that the partial takeover of the Red Devils by the British billionaire is nearing completion. Ratcliffe has struck a deal with Man United owners, the Glazers, which would see him acquire a 25% stake in the club in a deal worth more than £125 billion. The American owners refused to do business with Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani as the Qataris wanted a full takeover. Ratcliffe is also set to invest £245 million into the rebuilding of the infrastructure at the Old Trafford club once his partial takeover is approved this month. Major changes are expected once the Nice owner takes control of the club's football operations, with plans to appoint a sporting director in the pipeline. The future of manager Eric Tan Haag at Man United could also be in danger, as we mentioned before, especially if the result did not change in the coming weeks. The Red Devils have lost 9 of their opening 17 games and are already out of the Carabao Cup. They could be out of Europe before the end of the month if they lose to Galatasaray and are currently 8th in the Premier League following 5 defeats in 11 games. Ratcliffe will be eager to hit the ground running once he takes charge of things on the football side, and his team could have another manager in mind as things continue to look bleak under the Dutchman, with former Chelsea boss Graham Potter already linked with the job. His right-hand man and Ineos director of sport Sir Dave Brailsford is expected to play a significant role and make key decisions about major happenings regarding the football operations. Man United's potential next sporting director, Paul Mitchell, spotted watching Mason Greenwood. Manchester United's potential next sporting director, Paul Mitchell, was in attendance during Getafe's win against Cadiz on Monday. It has been widely indicated that as Sir Jim Ratcliffe closes in on a partial 25% investment into United, he has identified possible key personnel to spearhead his vision at Old Trafford, with Mitchell being among them. The Ineos billionaire's proposal is entirely contingent on being granted sporting control. He's keen to oversee a change of structure and operations at United with a view to restoring the club's past glories, and bringing back success on the pitch. Alongside Mitchell, it's understood that former Juventus CEO Jean-Claude Blanc is also under strong consideration for a top job at United, with Richard Arnold's future not secure. A recent report covered by the People's Person suggested that Sir Jam could start work at United as soon as next Monday, when an official announcement could be made. The Daily Star reports that Mitchell was present at Mason Greenwood's Getafe won by 1-0 against Cadiz at Estadio Coliseum. Greenwood came up with an assist for Borja Mayoral's all-important goal that secured the victory and clinched all 3 points for Getafe. The English forward has now 3 goals and 2 assists in 9 appearances across all competitions for the Spanish outfit this season. As per the Daily Star, Mitchell was spotted by cameras while Greenwood was in action for his loan side. The Carrington Academy graduate, of course, joined Getafe after it was announced he will likely not play for United again. He was arrested last year and subsequently charged with attempted rape, assault, and coercive control. He denied all the allegations. In February this year, the Crown Prosecution Service stated that all charges against Greenwood had been dropped due to the withdrawal of key witnesses from the case. United then launched their own investigation into the matter and had provisionally planned for his return, but when the club's plot was leaked, the Red Devils were forced to perform a U-turn, prompting the player's loan move to Getafe. Man United eyeing January deal for Porto striker Mehdi Taremi. Manchester United are interested in a January deal for Porto striker Mehdi Taremi, according to Italian outlet Interlive. The Red Devils signed Rasmus Højlund from Atalanta during the summer transfer window, and the Dane has already netted 5 goals in 14 appearances. However, each of those have come in the Champions League. The 20-year-old will be hoping to open his Premier League scoring account as soon as possible. Regardless of this, United are keen on signing an experienced striker in January, as they look to lighten the load of responsibility on Højlund's shoulders. Taremi has been identified as the prime target, and the club could offer €10 million to Porto this winter. The overall deal could cost €30 million, with wages for the next 3.5 seasons. Inter are also keen, but may struggle to compete financially with United. The 31-year-old was in spectacular form for Porto last term, with 31 goals and 14 assists from 51 outings. He was linked with a summer move away from the Primera Liga outfit, but none of the European clubs were willing to meet the €30 million asking price to land his signature. Al Hilal were the only ones prepared to pay the sum, but Taremi opted against a move to Saudi Arabia this season. Taremi has 3 goals and 3 assists to date. He has not been in the same sparkling form, but he is a good option to have on the bench for United. Antony Martial has barely impressed in the Premier League and European games. Taremi would provide something different from the Frenchman as a target man. The Iranian is also good with his link-up play in the final third. If United were to invest on him, it's most likely that Martial will be heading through the exit door. The Frenchman's existing contract expires next summer. United have the option to extend his deal by another year, but they are currently reluctant to do so. Manchester United keeping tabs on 18-year-old winger. Manchester United are reportedly keeping tabs on the Alkmaar under-21 winger Jayden Adai. The 18-year-old is highly rated around Europe, and his performance has attracted the attention of the Premier League giants. A report from Football Transfers claim that Manchester United are following him closely, and it remains to be seen whether they follow up with a concrete proposal to sign him in the coming months. The 18-year-old winger has been in fine form this season, scoring 10 goals and picking up 4 assists across all competitions. He will add pace, flair, and creativity to the Manchester United attack if he joins the club in the near future. His performances in the second tier of Dutch football have shown that he is a prodigious talent, and he will relish the opportunity to join a big club like Manchester United. The Red Devils have a proven track record when it comes to nurturing talented young players into established stars. The 18-year-old will look to fulfill his potential with the move to Old Trafford in the coming seasons. It remains to be seen whether Man United can agree on a reasonable fee with Alkmaar now. The likes of Jadon Sancho and Antony have not been able to live up to the expectations at Old Trafford, and Man United need to invest in a quality winger. Although the 18-year-old might not be ready to influence the first team just yet, he is a long-term prospect who could prove to be a key player for the club in the coming seasons. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.